back to my channel. We're just gonna get back into things. We're gonna just get started with things. I decided to come back with a makeup tutorial because I know you guys love those the most. Did a couple extra steps on the eyes just to suit my eye shape, but if you'd like to keep those steps out, feel free. This lip is super Vampire Diary status. I have been obsessed with the show lately. So I was feeling a little vampy. I was also feeling a little vampy from the Go Loko music video that just came out. Go listen to it by YG. It's poppin'. So, oh, and Tyga and John Z, not just YG. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I know it's not the summariest for everyone, but you know, I was really feeling this vibe. I feel like it's really, this is fucking cute for the summer. I mean, I know it's not summer lip, but this looks like you just got like refreshed by some human blood, you know? So, I love you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Whatever that will be. Let me know what you guys want to see in the comments down below. Goodbye!
Hello everyone, so I'm starting out with a clean sponge, then I take the Smashbox Studio Skin in 1.05 and the MAC Studio Sculpt in NC30. I mix these together on the back of my hand and start applying it to my entire face. I will focus it on the areas that need attention the most, so I start with the cheeks, then blend a little less on the forehead, and always remember to blend down your neck and chest so that you don't end up with a harsh line at your jawline. I'm highlighting and concealing my under eyes and the center of my face with the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer in Vanilla. You don't need a lot of this concealer, it's very full coverage and a little goes a long way. I personally love hiding all of my secrets and flaws, so I use as much as I can without getting too caked. Of course, feel free to as well if that is your thing. If I feel like the first layer wasn't enough, I'll add a little bit more product where necessary. Now, I don't normally do this, but I wanted to bronze up my face a little more naturally, even though this look is far from natural. So I took this Clarins medium tint and dabbed this around the perimeter of my face, and then I brought the excess product into areas where the sun would naturally hit, like the top of my forehead, my nose, and my chin. And to set my concealer and almost my entire face, I took the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in Translucent and this small tapered brush by e.l.f. I make sure to set my laugh lines to prevent creasing as well as right underneath my eyes. Then I also set the center of my forehead, basically just the center of my face where I highlighted. Now I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in number 30, but I really meant to take 20, my bad. Either way, I'm using this to set the rest of my face around the perimeter where I bronzed. After that, I set my face with this flat top brush from e.l.f. and the MAC Studio Fix Powder in NC30. Now this is the key to making my skin look extremely smooth and perfected. Now I make sure my entire face is completely matted out, and this will help when applying my bronzer so that no spots of my foundation are wet, making sure I don't get any patches from any pigment that I add on top. Now to contour and bronze, I'm using the Benefit Hoola Bronzer and MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Give Me Sun, and I'm using a small profusion brush that came with a palette. We're adding this to layer on dimension, and we're placing it in the hollows of the cheeks, the temples, the forehead if you feel the need to. I'm adding it to the sides of my nose, jawline, my eyelids, focusing it towards my nose, down the neck, and around my lips lightly. And putting this in these areas will help create lots of dimension for the face, slim it down, and give it an overall bronzy look. To blush my cheeks, I'm using MAC's Blushbaby. It's my favorite for every day because it's very neutral. It looks cooler in the pan, but it applies a little warmer. It's a matte finish, but it applies so smoothly and blends right into the skin. I always take another brush and blend the edges of my blush so it's not too harsh and you can't tell where it starts. Okay, I'm taking these highlighters from this Carly Bybel throwback palette and adding them all over to make sure it matches my face, and I want it to be shimmery and cute when the sun hits me. I want to be as shiny as a vampire. Now to pack on some extra glow in that area, I sprayed on some Pixi Glow Mist, but I didn't spray my face yet because I'm about to highlight, and I don't do that anymore. It usually ends up too harsh. So to highlight, I'm using this gold shadow from the Carly Bybel palette and the white shimmer from Jaclyn's Armed and Gorgeous palette by Morphe. It's from her Vault collection. I mixed the two together for my personal favorite shade to highlight with, which is a pale gold shimmer. So this is where I'll spray my face to add the dew to the skin. It helps break down the powders and melt into the skin. And brows are done. They take me so long to do. I could literally spend half an hour on them, and some days I almost do take that long, so I skipped this part. But I'm moving on to the eyes, and I'm taking the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette and starting off with the shade Caramel. I'm starting to create dimension by adding this into the crease. And it's easiest for me to start with the lighter shading colors and build into the darker ones. Think of it like sketching. You don't usually start by going in with the dark lines. You usually build up slowly, so same concept. I bring my crease color into the inner part of the crease. It does create a different shape for the eye. It draws it into the nose, but honestly, I just really like how it looks. Next to build up, we are taking the shade Hazelnut from the same palette, a deeper, warmer hazelnut kind of brown, on a bigger, fluffier brush, and once the initial color goes into the crease, I'll blend the excess upwards. For the lid, I'm so sorry because I literally forgot what shade I used. It was just a light vanilla shade though, and you can use just about any light shade for this step. So I just fluffed this into my eyelid area, extending it into the inner corner and a little bit above my actual eyelid. To blend the edges, I just took the brush I used for the hazelnut shade, but I didn't add any more product. So this is a really simple eyeshadow tutorial because now we're on to the eyeliner. And the liner I chose was the Maybelline gel liner, and I created a thin wing across my lid. You can use liquid or pencil, but I chose gel because I can create the sharpness of a liquid, but then I can smudge it out the way I want to with a pencil or some kohl liners. So aside from the normal wing, I'm also bringing this wing into the inner corner, and so I'm extending my eye on both the inner and outer corners, so it creates the illusion of a bigger eye. And my biggest tip when doing any type of liner is to build up, and this is like literal sketching. I want you to create a thin line, and using your lash line and lashes as a guideline, drawing a thin line first, then you can start making it thicker once you have that baseline down. So, mascara, lashes. Lashes are Ardell Wispies from the Faux Mink collection, Bomb collection might I add. I use the Duo Lash Adhesive in dark, but I also like the Kiss Lash Adhesive that's a really dark blue, almost black, and it comes with a brush-on applicator. It's not the most hygienic lash glue, so regardless of the glue color, I always try to cover it up with some more liner. It just helps disguise the lash band better. Now for the bottom lash line, we're taking literally all of the same shades. You can opt out of this step, but I cannot, for the life of me, leave my under eyes blank. So I'm starting the blend right underneath the line I extended to the inner corner, since that is where our quote new eye is, and taking it all the way to the outer corner. Then just to darken it up a little, I mixed the color Hazelnut with Mocha. Lots of mascara on the bottom to match the top lashes as best we can. You can feel free to add bottom lashes, but I've never done that to be completely honest with you. So back to the liner, I'm taking my favorite black shadow. Using a bullet-shaped brush for this, I'm just blowing out the outer half of the liner, keeping the wing defined, so just the liner that's physically on the lid itself. Alright bitch, that's it for the eyes. I'm moving on to the final step, the lips. I'm taking the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Lipstick in 70% Yum. What a name. I think that's a reference to dark chocolate. Anyway, and it smells like chocolate, so super plus. So I didn't have a dark liner in the color I wanted, so I went ahead and created the lip line I wanted with this product instead. But this teardrop applicator made it really easy to do. Any mistakes I had, I just concealed with a flat liner brush to perfect it. I left the middle of my lips empty so I could add the red shade, and for this I used the Rimmel Stay Satin Lip in Radical. These names, oh my god. So you can see what I'm doing here. I honestly didn't do too much to blend this. The products just kind of worked really well together. So yeah, that's how I got the vampy lip. And that's it for the entire look. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you all in the next one. Until next time, bitches.